So you've never had a girlfriend, but you know you want one. You want her to be beautiful. You want her to be naturally attractive, right? Physically fit, smart, funny, caring, feminine. What if I told you you can have all of that? And it's not as hard as your brain tells you it is. But let me tell you something that you're not going to like. She's not going to love you for who you are. Let me just explain that for a second. A woman is not going to love you for who you are at this moment in time. It is slightly transactional, and this is what the world is not going to tell you. They're not just going to magically fall in love with you because you were the nice guy and you treated her better. A woman is going to love you for what you show her that you're capable of providing. Let me explain this to you. So say if you're the type of guy who masturbates every day, watches porn, plays video games, works a dead-end job, only scrolls on social media, doesn't go to the gym, doesn't take care of himself, doesn't educate himself. When you speak to a woman, you're showing that woman what you're going to be like in the future. You're showing her what you can offer her. You are showing her what you're capable of becoming through your actions. The reason why you may have struggled to attract women up to this point is because your actions show to the women that you talk to who you're going to become, and the woman looks at it and they don't like it and they don't want to taste. A woman will fall in love with a man because of who he is capable of becoming. What type of individual do you need to become in order for a woman to fall in love with you? Now, don't get me wrong, elements of your character do come into play with this. It's important for you to be individual, and she will in time fall in love with who you are, but there are a few prerequisites to this. You need to be an individual who is masculine. You need to be able to lead not only yourself and your relationship. What being masculine truly means is having direction in your life. It's not necessarily about having the most amount of muscles or having the most money in your bank account or driving the nicest car. It's just about knowing where you are and knowing where you want to be and knowing how you're going to get there. That is one of the most attractive things to a woman. This is the car that I'm driving at the moment, and I've got a girlfriend. You don't need to have all these material things to attract women. The social media is lying to you, man. It's not all about that. When you can look at your current situation and you can say, this is how I'm going to get out of it and this is what I'm going to do, a woman's going to find that attractive. Another quality that's really important is for you to have discipline in your goals. If you want to get somewhere, then you've got to show up every day, no matter how you feel. When a woman sees that you're willing to go through it regardless of how you feel, she will be more attracted to you than you can possibly imagine. A woman doesn't want a guy who's only going to do something when he feels like it. Women do that. Women do things when they feel like doing it. As a guy, you just have to do it because you know it's right. The point is that you seek the truth, and women will love you for that. It's important for you to take care of yourself, not just physically, but also mentally. It doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. It doesn't mean you need to have the most muscle possible. But what it does mean is you do need to have respect for yourself. So this does mean eating good food. This does mean exercising. You do need to get your cardio in. You do need to lift a little bit. You need to experience some level of strength of your body. You need to, your woman needs to know that you're capable of protecting her. It makes her feel safe. Treat yourself well, and then she'll see that you're capable of treating her well. If she looks at you and she sees that you're fat, you're obese, you've got poor mental health, she knows that you're not really going to be able to take care of her that much. So then she's naturally going to stray away. And next, don't be weak. A lot of guys misunderstand what being weak is. They think you're not allowed to be emotional, right? You're not allowed to be emotional. I cry in front of my girl, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've cried in front of her quite a few times, but she hasn't left me yet. I wonder why. It's because being weak is not about being vulnerable. It's about choosing to get up when you've fallen down. You're allowed to fall down as many times as you want, man. You can look like a pussy in front of people, but as long as you vow to not stay in that state, and as long as you vow to change and you do it, then that's all I can ask, because then you're not weak. Weakness is when you choose to stay the same because it's hard. I used to be exactly like you in your exact same position. I used to never quite understand what women wanted. I used to have this warped perception on what it was that attracted women, but it's really as simple as what I've just told you. If you truly want a girlfriend in the future, the first thing you can do is invest in yourself. Make yourself the number one priority in your life, even when you have a girlfriend. Because when you're the priority, she can follow. As soon as you make a woman the priority, then all of your life starts to fail. This is when you see guys who were going to the gym and they were killing it, and then they stop going to the gym as soon as they get the girl. That's not how you do it, man. You keep on top of yourself. The more you keep on top of yourself, the better your life is going to be. It's all about exercising discipline, changing your mental framework towards things. You're the priority at the end of the day. And a woman is meant to add to your life. She's not meant to be your life. If you found this video helpful, here's my Instagram down below. Like, comment and subscribe for the algorithm, and I'll catch you in the next one.